presented by GBD Media. Well, here we go. Another show of Mental Case Dads. I'm your host, Mick Rage. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, people. And if you're listening out there, make sure you go to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and our TikTok page at Mental Case Dads. It's been fun. Let's get this going. Well, everybody, how is everyone doing? Nolan, how are you doing, buddy?
Doing great. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well. Doing well. I feel pretty good. Can I get a little more in my ears, bud? Just the number one. No, up on.
Are you feeling a little there? How's that?
A little lower.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. I feel myself. Yeah, no, it's been good. We just got back from Niagara Falls.
Yep.
Took my niece and nephew. I'm all out of breath because I was freaking running around trying to grab that piece of paper.
Can I tell you something?
Oh, sure.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. Yeah, you wish you were.
Don't tell anybody.
You know what? It's funny that you played that one. I bought a face mask in Niagara Falls that's the symbol of Batman.
Nice.
So I was wearing my Watt jersey down in Niagara Falls.
Yep.
So I was black and yellow completely, including my face mask. It looked
Nice.
pretty,
I was just going to
cool.
say, it matches up nice, huh?
It looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, so we took our niece and nephew, and they had never been to Niagara Falls before. They had never been into a hotel before. They've never gone anywhere before. So
that's an awesome.
Yeah,
good. Cool.
I had found this out. We had taken them camping. And they go to a trailer with their mother and stuff like that. So they've been like, they do that kind of stuff, right? But they've never been like away and stuff. So when I found that out, I'm like, okay, Uncle Mick's taking you. We're going away. And at first they wanted to go to Darien Lake, but because of COVID, Darien Lake is out of the question. So we're not crossing the border. So we took them to Niagara Falls. I thought I was going to belch there.
Thank you for not.
It still might come. Anyway, they had a great time, man. Have you ever? Obviously, you've been to.
Oh, sure, many
Niagara
times.
Falls.
Many
Millie and I, we go.
It's a lot of fun.
It's a great time. Do you do you anything there? Like any of the attractions?
Yeah, so, last year we took Jack for the first time.
Yep.
Did the Clifton Hill thing, the falls, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, it's a good time.
Clifton Hill's amazing, isn't it?
It's fun. You know what? When it's not a sardine can and, I went on a date.
Yep.
With Sabrina.
Yep.
And it was in the summer. It was Canada Day.
No, you didn't, you dumbass.
Boy. Well, for the fireworks, right? And let me tell you,
try to impress.
You can't even walk on the sidewalk.
No, that's insane.
You're walking on the road.
The Canada Day and maybe New Year's would be the dumbest time to go to Niagara Falls.
I did New Year's there once.
Holy
with a few
how
people
old were you then?
The casino. In my early 30s, but it's snowstorm, drunk out of my mind, trying to get a cab. Forget it. I chased a guy up Clifton Hill.
No way.
I could do that back then.
Yeah, we ain't chasing anybody anymore.
I could do that back then, but it's a rodeo.
Yeah,
it's a good time.
It's a great time.
It's a good time.
We had actually, the wife and I, we've stayed on both sides.
Yep.
And we were on the American side one time and walked to the Canadian side because there's dick all to do on the American side.
Except the casino.
So we're over there, we're at the falls, and we're looking across, and you can see everything on Clifton Hill just lighting up. You can tell it's a huge party over there.
It's like a mini Vegas for kids, right?
Yeah.
It's fun.
And some adults like me.
Yeah.
So we walked across the border.
Yep.
Went and partied over on the Canadian side for the night, and then walked back. But
it's awesome.
It's a great time.
Oh,
so
man.
I took the kids. They wanted to do a couple of things. They wanted to do go-karting, so they've never done go-karting before.
The leveled go-karting thing?
The speedway thing.
I took Jack. That's awesome. I loved it.
If people have never done this speedway thing at Niagara Falls,
it's like Mario Kart.
It's definitely like Mario Kart. It's like 3 or 4 levels.
Yeah,
that
like a
hill,
parking garage.
That hill is
and then you
absolutely
go down the hill.
incredible. So
get,
I am going
awesome.
to post a video. Actually, I think the video might already be up, but I haven't really pushed it or advertised it yet. But the video is up of my niece and nephew's trip to Niagara Falls, and the speedway is on there, and that's pretty cool. That hill, man,
it's awesome.
Every time I went through it, so it was pretty neat.
I think the first time I kind of went easy because I wasn't sure what to expect, but after that, it was like pedal to the metal.
I have to apologize though. And I actually said to my wife after, right? I said, hon, I have to apologize. I said, I don't have to apologize to the person because they don't know, but I have to apologize to myself, and I have to apologize to my friends and my my family and the Mick Rage fans as well. But in the Mario Kart or Niagara Speedway event, people wouldn't get in my way, and the old Mick Rage showed up.
Oh,
right?
no.
You're an idiot.
So, I don't make the stereotypes. They are what they are. But I'm telling you, the Asians are really bad drivers. Doesn't matter if they're on the road or they're in the speed track. Get the hell out of my way. This fat guy's coming. All right. So I said to Mel, I said, old Mick showed up. I just just so down on myself.
It happened. To the best of us, it happened.
I'm still growing. You know what? Leave me alone. But we did the haunted house.
Nice.
I've never
always a staple, always fun.
I love the haunted house thing.
Yep.
I love the horror movies, things like that.
Oh,
and my daughter loves them. But anytime we've ever been to Niagara Falls, or anywhere for that matter, where there's a haunted house or anything, I can't get my wife to go. I can't get my kids to go.
I love it.
These guys wanted to go. So Jewel stepped in too. Well, I'm going through this haunted house and I'm being choked around my neck. I got my nephew on my arm, like clinched, like glued. I've got my niece, like her head is in the crack of my ass. I don't think she even seen anything. And then my daughter was wrapped. I was trying to hold my pants up, trying to keep my shirt down. My shirt was up over my gut. But it's pitch black in there, right? So you can't see anything.
Nothing.
But I don't know. There's live workers in there.
Yep.
I don't know if they have night vision while they're looking.
I think they do.
Well, then they definitely saw my gut and me trying to hold up my pants.
And they decided not to come after you?
No, they came after us, man. There was at one point where, because you can't see shit. I mean, even when you got to turn a corner,
Nothing.
It's literally to feel around. Sometimes you can see shit hanging because the flash or whatever, and I'll see it. And but there was one time I was going around the corner, and just as I felt and I turned, the guy's head came out at the same time. I almost shit my pants. My legs went weak.
I took Jack in there, and I'm like holding on to him for like because he wants to run through.
He must have been panicking.
Nope.
Oh, he just wanted to get through.
Panicking. I was panicking.
Did you do the Frankenstein one? That's at Niagara Falls.
We did them all.
You did them all.
All.
Oh, that's awesome.
All.
I wanted to do more, but they were finished. Yeah,
I'm telling you.
If I could get my wife in there, man, that'd be great. She'd shit herself, man.
Sabrina came into a couple, and then she was done.
Yeah. If you're not a fan, well, you know what? Even if you are a fan, they are pretty freaky.
You know what? I want to do. I keep hearing about going up by Wonderland to go to Haunt.
Halloween Haunt.
So there's one thing, and I don't know if it's Haunt, but they literally. They take you out in pitch black. They drop you in the middle of like this 10-acre cornfield.
Oh my God!
And there's people out there, out there looking for you.
I'm already
while
out.
You're trying to get out.
Yeah, I'm out.
And
I'm not doing it.
Why?
I can't do.
You know what
I
we
couldn't
should do?
it.
We should hook up the GoPro and we should do a mental case dads out of the cornfield.
I'll do it. Oh my God. I can't. Yeah, anything in the fields and shit like that. I'm okay when I'm camping. For some reason, I can walk a dark alley, but even still, I get a little creep because you can hear the freaking critters and shit.
But when you know there's people in there looking
it's even
for you,
worse. It's even worse.
It's even worse.
No, I couldn't handle that. It was bad enough being in one of those things. At one point, there's a game station. I don't know if you remember that at the Frankenstein one. It's on the second level.
Yeah.
You stop. It's like a break, and you can play the shooting things, right? So I said, "You guys want to play?" I said, "We could play a couple of games before we could." No, let's go. I'm like, all right. So I start walking. Well, they jump on me because they thought I was going to leave them. Well, just after that spot, there's like a thin door you kind of got to squeeze through. Well, I'm a pretty big guy, and when you have 3 people pushing you They literally squeezed me through this thing.
Yeah.
Like holding. Oh my god, it was brutal.
Yeah.
But you know what? I was so happy for them. And you know what? It made Mel and I feel good too that we could do that for them. So
Oh, yeah.
it was nice, and we had a blast.
Making memories.
Yeah, and shout out to my in-laws as well, because they actually, when they heard that we were going, donated money for gas and our food. So they paid for our food for the entire weekend and our fuel to get there and
Nice.
back. Yeah, so that was nice.
Beautiful. Good for them.
Yeah, so it was good. And then I think a couple of Melanie's family gave the kids some money and stuff that they could spend and buy some souvenirs and things. I think they got some sweatshirts and things like that. So they had a good time.
It was a good time.
It was a good time.
They will not forget it.
You know what? That made my weekend. So that's why I'm in such a good mood.
Fantastic.
I don't know if you notice here, but
Yes, I do.
we got our stickers here.
They look
And
good.
I think they look good. And if anybody wants one of these, text me or send us a message and hook up. We'll figure out a way to send you a couple of these. Yeah, for free. Unless it costs me money. And then, fuck yeah, you're not getting shit. No. If you want some, we'll get you some. So I'll give you a bunch too before you leave.
Cool.
You can put them all over your car.
You're great.
Your company car.
Work will love that.
Yeah. What if I drew a big dildo on the side of your car? Would they like that?
It'd be typical.
Well, it's got to be better than rolling it.
No, I would say, and that would be my argument. Look, I didn't roll it 5 times.
I didn't
It's
roll
like
it.
we are making progress.
You know what?
here.
It's good that we can
we're
joke
making
about
progress.
that, though, now.
Yeah, it is.
But today, I told you that it was going to be a short and sweet podcast. But today is a special day. It's September the 1st.
Yep.
So happy September the 1st, everybody. And I don't know if you know this, but it is a Suicide Awareness Month. I don't know if you know this.
No.
Yeah, it's Suicide Awareness Month. So if you're out there and you having some thoughts or some issues, hold on, I'm going to give you a number here as soon as I can bring it up here. Listen, it's never too late to talk to somebody. And I've been through it. I don't know if you've ever been through it. And I always thought it was normal for people to have these thoughts. This is my logic. I just thought everybody had some thoughts like that, but that's not the case. If you're having thoughts like that, you need help, and you should talk to somebody. So if you need to talk to somebody, this is the Service Canada crisis line, and this is all of Canada, and you can text as well. I'll give you both numbers. So the first number is 1-833-456-4566.
Easy
and if
one.
you Yeah, that's an easy one. And if you want to text, it's 45645. So again, that's 833-456-4566. And again, texting is 45645. Again, yeah, you need to talk to somebody. Talking about it is the biggest thing. Talking about any kind of mental illness is huge, and I think it needs to be brought up more and more often. I have bipolar. I actually had to call my psychiatrist today because I had missed an appointment by phone call, and I just got a freaking letter in the mail for $70
for missing
for missing my appointment. So what had happened? We were on holidays at that time up in Omini, and service didn't come through, so I didn't get the phone call, which I thought I would have got the phone call. So I got dinged for $70 on that. But the biggest thing was I needed to talk to her because I still know my meds are a little off and they needed to be tweaked and stuff. So I left a message today and we'll see what happens. But I'm like, who sends a bipolar fucking nutcase a $70 bill? You know this is going to send him irate. I already need my meds like friggin' tweaked, and you give me a $70. I was so fucking mad. But this is our government. Like we need that stuff needs to be pushed more. All that shit should be. I get it when you miss, and it probably happens a lot. People miss their appointments, and there could be somebody else who needs it more.
Yep.
But shit, at least find out an excuse or something. Find out what's going on before you. But anyway, if I've got to send it, I got to send it. And it looks like I do because actually it's in there saying I will not be taking any more appointments until this
It's settled.
is paid. Yeah.
Well, I agree with you. I mean,
So-
talking about it's important. It makes it real. It's not a secret anymore, and it gives you an opportunity to start dealing with it. So, Again, if you need to talk, it's 833-456-4566.
Yeah, you need to call somebody for sure. I remember being a kid, being younger, and this is before I ever even knew I had bipolar disorder, which really pisses me off. It still pisses me off that I didn't know this when I was younger, and I think it's because, I know it's because the naiveness and the small-mindedness of people back in the day, because mental illness wasn't such a big thing. People didn't talk about it as much as they do now.
For sure.
And
there's a stigma.
Yeah, God forbid somebody's got a mental illness. Well, I was 17 years old. Melanie was pregnant. I was living in Brampton with my parents because I'm a kid. And yes, I just said that. Yes, I knocked up Melanie very, very early. We've been together forever. So anyway, that being said, I had a really bad week. She was over visiting, and I think we had gotten into an argument or something over probably something stupid, but I ended up going down to the basement and trying to hang myself. Melanie, being 8 months pregnant, had to lift me back up to relieve the tension from the thing. These are things that I remember now that could have all been prevented if awareness was there, right? And this is why I urge you, like, if you feel you shouldn't have to hurt all the time. And you should never have to feel. If you have those thoughts in your head, they're there for a reason. But you need to get them fixed, and you need to work on yourself. Right? It comes down to working on yourself, and sometimes, you're going to blame somebody else, but sometimes we have to take responsibility for ourselves, right? As well. So that's not always easy. I understand with alcoholics and drug addicts and things like that. It's a process, right? For me, it took. Melanie had to call the police on me. I ended up slicing myself up a few times with a knife, and I got taken to the hospital, and that's not fun. If you've ever been there and done that. So they take you to the hospital, they take everything from you. So I'm sitting there with the cop, and we're talking or whatever, and the nurse comes over and says, here you go, and he passes me a nightgown. I ain't fucking putting that on. He's like, yeah, you have to put it on. I'm like, I ain't putting that on. Because it's the policy, and you're gonna have to. I said, I know what you just said, but I don't give a shit what you said. I'm not putting. I'm a cop standing right there. He's not saying nothing. Melanie was out in the waiting room because I wouldn't even let her in. And as long as I say no, because I was pissed, right?
Yeah.
As long as I say no, she's not allowed in. So they had actually sent her home, but he had went out and talked to Melanie, saying, "Yeah, I can see it. Like, it's quick. Like, because up until that time, me and the officer." We're chilling, and I was pleasant. Well, you know how, like, I can talk, and I'm not an idiot. Like, I can be nice and civil and talk to people, but I quick, right? And I don't have that stop button, right? As we're now with the medication. Okay, no problem, sir. I'll put that nightgown on. I understand that's the policy. I don't want to do it, but I'll do it because that's what I have to do to get whatever. So anyway, one security guard comes over. They had to go get a security guard, and he's like, you're going to have to put on that nightgown. I'm like, you're the only security guard here? It's like, I'm the one here now. And I'm like, you're going to need more than you. He's like, okay. And then he walks back, grabs 3 security guards, and there was the one lady security guard and two guy security guards. Well, she come up and she started talking to me. And again, my stupidness, I'm like, listen, bitch, give me your boss, right? She goes, you listen here, you dumb shit. I am the boss. Now put the thing on. This can go one way, or this can go one of 2 ways, the easy way or the hard way, and you choose. And I knew she meant business, right? I'm like, God damn it. So I ended up going, getting change and whatnot. And then they take my bag, and she's like, where's your cell phone? I'm like, I got it in my hand. And, no, I need your cell phone too. They take everything. So now I'm sitting there on the bed.
In the gown.
Just in the gown.
In the gown.
I lose. This big fat guy just sitting here. Now I'm fucking cold. I'm mad. And but anyway, after I had calmed down, I'm thinking, okay, I got to reel this in. And this is how my brain is fucked when it comes to shit like that. I'm reeling this in. So I know for me to get out of this situation now, I have to turn on the charm. So the security guard walks by about 20 minutes later, and I call her over. I'm like, excuse me. Like, hey, I just wanted to apologize. I didn't mean to take it out on you. I'm just upset overall. She goes, I understand, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, okay, thank you, whatever. So finally, like 10 hours later, when they finally see a fucking doctor, she comes and she says, I hear you had a bit of an incident. She goes through what happened at home, and then she goes through what happened at the hospital. And I'm like, yeah, that happened. She goes, but it says here you did apologize and stuff like that, too. And I fucking knew it. I knew everything I'm going to do in this hospital now is going to be recorded, no matter what I...
Documented,
if I'm going to fight this person, and they're going to say, this guy, he wanted to fight us, and then, but probably took it back, he did apologize, right? And I knew it. So I turned on the charm with the doctor, too, and everything, right? Well, they let me go. So... now I'm pissed too. I got no jacket. I got nothing, barely anything. Freezing cold, dead of winter. And I walk home from Oshawa Hospital to Bowmanville here.
Wow.
Yeah, I was numb, completely numb. I stopped once, and I stopped in the town line, McDonald's.
Yep.
I stopped there because I was hungry and cold. And so I ate, and then I started walking again.
Holy shit.
But just out of spite. It was so bad, man. So bad. But anyway, another incident had happened. Got to go see a psychiatrist. And then I found out I was bipolar. So, and things have been so much better. Like, that's what you got to take from this, people, is you can go through so much. And I'm telling you, man, I've been irate where I've thought I could kill people, man. Like, you get so frustrated and so angry, and you don't feel like a human being. You just feel angry, right?
Yep, something takes over.
Something takes over. And and that one day, the one where I cut myself up and shit, that was over a toaster. I got mad over a toaster. Made it too dark. I was racist against dark toast. I didn't like it. So I beat the shit into the toaster and started from there. It just trickled down. But what a shit show, eh?
Yep.
You ever have moments like that?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah, of course.
Do you, now when you have those moments, because I've had them quite a bit over the years, even being as a kid, do you feel afterwards sympathetic?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. Like, I remember even being a kid and doing it to my cousins, like being mean or whatever, and we get into a fight, and I can remember, oh, I love you, man, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I've done that so many times, man, but it's, today was a big day for me. I thought a lot about the suicide prevention thing.
Yep.
So,
it's important.
Yeah, so I don't know. I want to do something for this month, but I don't know what to do. Like, what can we do to, I don't know, do I just write it every day on our socials or something? Like,
yeah, keep it out there. That's awareness, right?
It's awareness. I mean, that's what we'll do, is we'll put that up every day.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it's something that needs to be talked about. When is the Bell Month?
Oh, the Just Talk?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Because that's always a big deal,
It's a big deal, but if you follow Facebook or Instagram,
it's always
you'll know. You'll know.
But I don't follow Bell.
You don't have to follow Bell. Everybody starts posting. It's viral.
Everybody follows Bell.
Oh, yeah.
Because Bell's God in Ontario.
Not to me.
Not to me.
I hate Bell.
Pascal Siakam's God right now.
So are you excited about football season starting or what?
If football season is not going to start.
Come on. Starting in a week and a half.
No.
Yep.
I know you're optimistic about it, but...
I am. It's just too bad you're a fucking downer.
I'm always a downer.
Somebody call my mama.
I love that one. So you're working the board. How do you like it? Such a shithead.
Smoking.
So if people haven't noticed, we don't have Riley here. We love Riley, and I've just Riley's going to hopefully be a part of our channel, but just not part of the podcast. And I've talked to Riley briefly last week, and I'm going to talk to him again hopefully next week. But so it's going to be Nolan and I. So the Mental Case Dads. Which I'm mental, and I've known him for a while now, and I know he's definitely mental.
Oh, yeah.
So it'll be the two of us and our guest. And our next guest is Brian Kennington.
Very excited about Brian.
Very excited about Brian.
Yeah.
And, things are fucking moving, bud.
Listen, you know what? I have just loved all our guests. I mean,
everybody's been so awesome, so nice to us.
Been amazing.
You know what it is? It's because I'm cute.
Well, that may be a part of it.
Okay, what about cuddly?
Okay, cuddly.
We'll go for cuddly. I'm definitely cuddly.
Cuddly.
Yeah, I can keep you definitely warm at night. That's for sure. There's lots of me around, but yeah, Brian Kennington's coming on. Huge comedian, writer. He writes for freaking everything.
It's great. Like we've had a few comedians, and Ian and Faisal, and just lately Anne Marie, which was awesome. But I started thinking, I was like, all these comedians, it's just going to be the same story with different characters, and it's not.
No, they've got so much shit,
man.
It doesn't
You listen to their stories and how, like, it's amazing. It's inspiring.
Yeah, it is.
You know, it's just, all of them have it's a different story with a really positive outcome, which is awesome for all of them, but lesson to be learned in each of their stories.
And I'm sure not every comedian has had it easy.
No, and some that never made it, right?
And some that never made it.
Many, I'm sure. Many. Let's face it.
We'll have them on too.
Yeah, pimping ain't easy, right?
No, it's a tough game, man.
Yeah.
It's a tough game. So, who else we got coming on? Oh, a special guest.
TJ Watt.
Oh, no, not TJ Watt. Just as good.
Antonio Brown.
No sports guy. A comedian. And
Macaulay Culkin.
I'll just say this. I have more pictures of her dad in my studio than I do of my wife.
Stop. If you're going to tell me that Precious Chong is coming on our show.
Precious Chong is coming on our show.
Dance party. Wait, hold it. Dance party. Damn it. Wait.
You're an idiot.
I hate this thing.
He's such a...
Wait a minute.
He's in the wrong
way.
way.
Talk about Precious Chong.
So Precious Chong is coming on the show. What else do you want me to talk about?
Well, I love that.
You know what? He's learning people, so we'll give him the benefit. Oh, yeah. No. Copyright claim. I think if I say it, it's okay.
That's awesome.
So that'll
Precious
be
Chong, Cheech and Chong, offspring.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not Cheech and Chong's offspring.
Chong's offspring.
It's just Chong's, yeah. It would be interesting if it was both of theirs. Then that would make for quite some story.
But she's the Cheech and Chong family, man.
Yes, she is.
Like, that's
she's a comedian.
Staple for us.
I can't wait because I can imagine some of the stories that she has got. Like,
my gosh.
Yeah, it's good. And
growing up Chong.
And Precious, if you're listening,
we're excited to have you.
I'm very excited to have you.
I cannot wait to hear some of these stories.
And I'm sure you've heard it many times about people talking about your dad, and I'm probably going to bring it up again.
Yeah, no, honestly, like, I'm curious what it was like growing up a Chong.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, with your dad, and I'm sure some of it's really positive, and I'm sure some of it was really negative.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure some of it he didn't even remember.
Listen, you know what? I'm sure there was a lot of benefits for Precious, but I think there was probably a lot of challenges too around that.
You know what? Like you said, every comedian's got a story, and I'm sure she's got a great one.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking forward,
I can't wait for that. So stay tuned for that. Absolutely. With that being said, well, what do we got? We got the Toronto Raptors still in it. They're not doing the best though. They're down one game, right?
Yeah, but they're going to tie up the series tonight. They're in
hopefully
good shape right now, going into the fourth.
Tie it up. What is the score there now?
I think they're up by like 6 going into the fourth.
Okay, that's still tight. Playing against Boston,
who's always given us a tough time all year.
We beat them.
They beat us too, but you know what? It's a good matchup. This is an excellent matchup. This could go to game 7.
The
winner of this will go to the Eastern Conference Final.
Oh, hands down.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah,
there's a 1-point lead. See, there you go. That's how tight this is.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah. So come on, Pascal, right there for the 3. Oh, and they get it back.
That's what they're. Listen, They had a tough go last time. They certainly were not in the zone. They were missing everything. They should have been in the paint more or whatever. But listen, hindsight's 2020. We are all armchair quarterbacks, but the fact of the matter is they're still in the series.
I just noticed something, and I've noticed it for the last, I think it's 2 years now, but I don't know the actual fact. When did they change the shot clock time? After you take the shot and it hits the rim,
they did a few years ago, I think. Yeah, it was a change. This is not like just happened, but they did change it most recently.
Oh, okay, so probably 2 years. So I think it was like 2 years now that I've noticed it, and I didn't notice that they did that change.
Speaking of sports, I got to bring this up because it's blowing my mind. The San Diego Padres have a legitimate shot at winning the World Series from literally the worst team in the league. Aside from Baltimore,
everybody has a Cinderella story, right?
They not only playing great, but they made moves at the trade deadline
to put them over the
top.
Yeah, that's good.
Superstars. So they
who is that? San Diego.
Yeah, and
San
you know
Diego,
what? I love it
California.
because there's a good market. Obviously, it's California, but a team that's been like way off the radar forever. They've been the armpit of the division they've been the armpit of the National League for years. Okay, let's just face it. So ever since the Tony Gwynn days, so it's nice to see. It's nice to see.
You've been a big baseball fan for how long? Your entire life?
Well,
like when did you start becoming like hardcore on baseball? Because you're pretty hardcore when it comes to baseball.
I would say about 40 years ago. I was
40 years ago.
Yeah. So
you were like about 13.
Thanks, brother. Yeah, I was probably about 8. I got pretty serious about it.
So were you ever a Toronto fan?
No.
Like not even when they were like World Series?
I think I became a Yankee fan when I was 4, but you know what? My grandparents, before the Dome, when there was Exhibition Stadium and outdoor ball.
Oh, that was great, man.
They take me, and
I've been there.
It was a thing with us.
Yeah.
And I don't think I was a Blue Jay fan, but I was tolerant of the experience and of the culture, and because it meant so much to them. But for me, it just never measured up to it. You know what it's like. And this is what it's not just about whether it's like everyone knows I'm a Yankee fan, but I could be a Cubs fan, a Detroit fan who's really a terrible team. But it's not just that; it's the culture. You ever go to a major league ballpark like a Fenway or Wrigley or Yankee Stadium?
The atmosphere.
It's like going to Heinz Field, right? It's like going to a football
it's
game,
that
man.
feeling, yeah.
It's not just about the game and the team. It's about what's happening in the stadium.
Yeah.
That energy, right? It's like going to a concert, right? And it's just unbelievable. And then you go to a Blue Jay game and it's everyone on their cell phones. It's quiet, right? It's not the same.
But Toronto fans are weird. Period.
Toronto fans are bandwagon. This is one of the reasons I hate it. Listen, this does not apply to all Toronto fans. There are some of you that are true blue, and no pun intended. But you know what? Thick and thin.
Fuck the Leafs.
You've been there the whole time. But for the most of you, and when I say most, I'm going to say 70%.
No.
When things are good,
fucking crazy.
I love the Jays, man. Oh, they're fantastic. I've loved them all my life. They can't get enough of them. But when things aren't going so well, they're pulling attendance of 3,000 people a game.
It's horrible.
It's sad, man.
It's horrible.
It's a sad state of affairs.
But again, it comes with, that's Toronto. But baseball has never been a big market here. It goes through spurts.
When they're doing
doing well, they go through spurts. And
this is what I mean. So you look at teams like...
I think they lost it. Who's that guy that we lost? That not the general manager, but the president or whatever. The young kid that went... Did he go to Boston?
Yeah.
What's that kid's name? Because he did so well for Toronto.
He did great, and then he made a World Series team out of them. You know what? It's one of those things. It's just a bandwagon town when it comes to baseball, and that's one of the things I just despise about it.
Well, I just don't think people are that big into baseball here in Toronto.
They're into winning. So
is everybody. I'm into winning
you know
too.
Listen, Leaf Nation's big, and we don't know what winning is.
No, I've never felt it
right?
in my life.
But we're still there. And then that's the difference. You know what? If the culture around the Blue Jays was that of, you know what, we're there no matter what, maybe I would have gotten on board at some point. Maybe that would have happened.
Yeah.
But it's hard to get on board when it's just a bunch of bullshit and bandwagon fans. Like
I was a big fan when I was a kid, like World Series times and stuff like that. Yeah. I was a big fan then. And then as I get older, I just stopped going to the games. And then they had that ramp up again a couple of years ago with the Jose Bautista and the bat flip and shit like that. I loved all of that.
That was awesome.
Yeah, but no, it's still not one of those sports that I'm going to sit here and watch every day.
It was electric around that.
Yeah,
and then when the season ended and the next season started and it wasn't so great anymore, they all disappeared.
Shit the bed again. Yeah,
all disappeared. All gone.
Yeah, it's too bad. I don't know how they pay for that building.
No. Well.
What do you call? I think it was like $100 million for that building to go up, and then they sold it for like $20 million.
It's just a mistake.
Like insane. Like what a discount.
No, yeah. But yep.
You know what? It is what it is.
Listen, it ain't the sport of kings. Football is.
Football is the sport of kings.
The sport of kings.
I love football.
Better than diamond rings.
I eat, sleep, and breathe football.
Love it.
I can't. If it starts, I'm not.
What would be worse? It to start and not finish, or not start at all?
If they're, I don't want them to start and not finish. That'll
kill me.
That'll drive me up the fucking wall. I would just rather you not start.
Eight games through, halfway through the season, Steelers are 8-0, and they cancel the season.
I'd say, yep. I'm a Leafs fan and I'm a Steelers fan, and that's what I get. But
and it's 2020.
What?
And it's 2020.
And it's 2020. Everything happens in 2020. I put up a video of Melanie on TikTok. If you haven't seen
this. My God. The one you smacked her? What was that? When she was in bed and you went up and you smacked her in the head?
No. Did you see the one where she was in the elevator holding the pizzas?
No. What'd you do?
Oh my God. You got to see this thing. So, it's a voiceover of Mickey Mouse, and it's like, someone had asked me, hi, someone has asked me how to spell clit. You should have asked me last night. I had it on the tip of my tongue. And her face dropped. And but it got got 1,300 or 1,400 views right now.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, and I put Mental Case Dads in all of them, right?
Beautiful.
Because it's just another advertisement. But yeah, I don't know that I didn't ever think I would do the TikTok thing, but it's funny. You know what? I spend a lot of time just looking for shit that I can do myself. And because you can copy like the song or whatever that's going on there, and the lip overs or whatever. But it should be good. So more to come. But anyway, you got anything else?
No, you know what? It was a long August.
It has been a long August.
It was a long August. You know what? I'm excited about fall coming. Here.
So am I.
Like, you know what? This is my favorite time of year. We're going to move into Halloween, which October is my favorite.
Yeah. You're a Halloween fan?
Oh,
dude, you got to see this house when it's. Oh, you probably would have saw it last year. Yeah.
It is my absolute favorite. Yeah. It is the one night that is my night.
Yeah, it's great, man.
Yeah,
it's a good time.
Yep.
I can't wait for it. I love Halloween.
Oh, baby,
I dress up and everything. So.
You're a good man.
But
for the kiddies.
Oh yeah, the kiddies love it. So, but yeah. Anyway, it's been a party, man.
It has. We love you guys.
We will talk to you. Where's our... There we go. So, I had a blast, brother. You?
I always do, buddy.
Brian Kennington, next time.
Looking forward to it.
Like and subscribe.
Yep.
Check out our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at Mental Case Dads. Again, that's for all of them, including TikTok. Cheers, everybody.